understand?
Listen, we will not bow.
Listen, I don't bow because if I take this, I dead.
That's right, fire-burn vaccine.
The father.
That's right, fire-burn vaccine. Fire-burn. That's right, fire-burn vaccine and see my face. Fire-burn vaccine. Here's the cure. The cure is COVID. The cure for COVID, hydroxychloroquine and zinc. Hydroxychloroquine and zinc, that's the cure. That's the cure for COVID. Now we stand up against them. The cure is hydroxychloroquine and zinc. That's the cure. That's what I been taking for all these years. No me no nurse, I'm a doctor. I'm a doctor. That's right, I'm a doctor.
There you go.
That's right, hydroxychloroquine and zinc, that's the cure. Fire-burn vaccine.
How long have you been a nurse at JFL?
2012.
2012, wow, that's
Yes.
a long time.
That's a while.
So let's read your sign. It says,
Lord, it's all wet.
losing young nurses will further cripple
wrong to mind my business, our already fragile health care system.
Right, and so losing them by, of course, mandating that they take a vaccine and they decide they don't want to.
Correct.
Let's talk about that. Where's your stance on that?
My stance is pro-choice. It's obvious what my stance is because I'm out here fighting for autonomy over my own body.
Yeah, yeah.
Right.
And so, you know, there have been peer reviews, data that have been gathered. You're talking about the NIH and CDC, all saying that, you know, the vaccines are safe. What is your contention with that? Do you believe the vaccines are safe?
Well, my rebuttal for that would be that I'm also in a vaccine reaction group of over 10,000 people, and I am 2,000 messages behind with people discussing adverse effects. Mommy was fine. Today she has a blood clot. Mommy was fine. She had myocarditis. There are people with real legit concerns. I listen to the CDC. I'm a nurse. I'm vaccinated. I had vaccines my whole life. I had to be vaccinated to be a nurse. The problem is not being anti-vaccine, and it's very unfair that we're being labeled as anti-vaxxers. Like the governor actually used that word, anti-vaxxers. What does that even mean? You understand? It is impossible for us to be anti-vaccine because we're nurses and we have been vaccinated. The concern is this specific mRNA vaccine. I've stated before, there are nurses that's waiting for a live vaccine, a traditional vaccine to become available. And if one like that comes available, I'll be more interested in that one as well. But for us to not want this specific mRNA clinical trial experiment vaccine, it's beyond me why people don't understand the hesitancy behind us wanting to wait a little bit. You know, like, where's the study for that most of these young nurses here are childbearing age? WZYE themselves said one of the exemptions is if you're pregnant. So all of us being of childbearing age with the potential of becoming pregnant, shouldn't that be a concern for us as well? Why are pregnant women exempt? Is it because they know something? Is it because there's information that supports a possible threat to an unborn fetus? You know, these are real concerns, and for our governor not to realize that and not to respect us and our decisions, it's beyond me. They're painting a rhetoric like, oh, the unvaccinated versus the vaccinated, is the unvaccinated spreading it? Yes, more people in the hospital that have COVID are unvaccinated. It makes sense because most of our population is unvaccinated. So who has more of a potential to get sick if you look at numbers? You understand? They said that they have 20-something COVID patients in the hospital. Why not talk about 13 of them are not even requiring oxygen? Let's talk about that. Let's be real.
To be fair, that number is still a fraction of the total.
Because there's a fraction
Nobody talks about it. It's growing and it's there.
Yes.
But if you look at the earnings, you'll also say that the populace is majority unvaccinated. So it's obvious if you have 10 people and 8 is non-vaccinated and 5 catch COVID that are unvaccinated.
At the press conference yesterday, they said of the 47,000 folks that are vaccinated, only 65 have contracted the virus in the territory.
Those are probably the only 65 that went to get tested because the people who are vaccinated feel well. So why should they go and get a test? Exactly.
I want to send a message to Governor Brian. Tell him in as much as he's promoting the vaccine and want people to gamble if he would take the time off and tell people about Jesus Christ, people would repent and we would have a better place. Today the Virgin Island would be better. Start preaching salvation, not gambling.
You're a nurse?
I'm a nurse
at JFL in the emergency department. Obviously you're here supporting the cause and you're pro-choice. What do you think about the hospital's mandate?
I think they're going to lose a lot of good staff that have been here from the beginning supporting the community, which is what we do. This is our job. We love our job. And we have been taking care of everybody from the very beginning, and it was never an issue. And now suddenly they're willing to just throw us to the curb because we want to have the ability to make our own informed decisions. There's a lot of research out there that people are ignoring or that is being hidden, and they just listen to what everybody else is telling them. Do your own research, find out for you what is best for you, and don't judge everybody else if they don't feel that it's right for them at the time.
When I get off the plantation. This is for the governor.
What is it?
This is for him. Read it. It's my choice to slough down. I should be able to choose what I do or put in my body and not be punished for it. Pro-choice.
And so what do you say to folks who talk about data that has been published, right? So research papers, studies, peer reviews.
There are papers, and all of them are saying the good of the vaccine, but they're not talking about the bad, the side effects of the vaccine.
So you would rather have the option to be able to test on a weekly basis?
I prefer testing on a weekly basis, correct.
Thank you. How about you as a student, a nursing student? Obviously you're out here supporting the cause. Forced to be vaccinated is a violation of basic human rights. JFL gave no option. Okay, so talk about that. Why that banner today?
Because, right, I'm in my last year for nursing, and this semester I'm not able to complete my clinical so I could graduate and be a nurse if I'm not vaccinated. I shouldn't have to choose between my education and taking a vaccine that people still researching and adverse effects are still ongoing. Like, I shouldn't have to risk my life for an education. It should be my choice. My body, my choice.
The hospital right now is stating we have to take the vaccine, otherwise we're going to be suspended on August 19th and then terminated, taking all of our sick time and our vacation time at that time. Our CBU collective bargaining agreement states that no nurse can be terminated without due process. That's a verbal warning, first written, second written, and then final warning. So that is unlawful. It also states that any changes in rules and regulations must be presented to the union in writing before implementation.
It's important to see a doctor out here today, and you've stated different drugs as the cure for COVID-19. What do you think about the vaccine? So you have CDC data, peer review, speaking of the safety of the vaccine. What is your stance on that?
The vaccine just came about in couple months ago. It normally takes 10 to 15 years to know the long-term effects of the vaccine. The whole point is no one knows, nobody knows the long-term effects of the vaccine. People are saying some people are dying, some people are getting inflammation in their heart, all kind of different things. The whole point is no one knows. I'm not necessarily against vaccine. I'm against people pushing it on us. The whole thing is they need to give people choices. There are some people that want to take the vaccine and don't have to claim they don't have to worry about anything anymore. There's some people who want to take the vaccine. We're in America, all right? It's about giving people choices. So some people want to take the vaccine, that's fine. But there's also other things people can do, like hydroxychloroquine. There's people here that I know taking hydroxychloroquine when they had COVID, and they're fine right now. And senators refuse to come out and say they took hydroxychloroquine.
Well, senators took it as well.
Senators took it as well. I know that for a fact. And they refuse to come out and say that they took hydroxychloroquine and zinc and erythromycin. The whole point is you need to give people information, not just mandate things on people. Remember, we're a U.S. territory. Give us liberty or give us death.
I have witnessed our staff nurses over the past year and a half when COVID first came out, working their butts off to take care of the Virgin Islands family, okay? I do not think that it is fair that now that you've come out with a vaccine, that those who don't want to take the jab, okay, are going to be terminated. I don't think that's right. It is not right for you to get rid of people who have been loyal to this hospital for years now. The second thing that I'd like to say to the VI community is when they get rid of your local nurses, the people who know you and love you, okay, and they bring in people from up north who don't know you, who are coming here for the dollars, do you think they're going to take the kind of care for you that our local people have been taking? I don't think so. So if you're, no matter how you feel about this issue, if you're willing to compromise the care and the love that we've been giving you for years and years now and trade it for some people who are just coming here to make loads of dollars. I understand Pafford, the nurses are making $12,000 a month. Okay, if you're willing to trade us for them, so be it. I do not think you're going to receive what we've been giving you from these individuals coming from somewhere else. So,
can you tell us a little bit about why you're out here today and your stance on the hospital's recent vaccine mandate for their employees?
Well, today I'm out here because it's my religion and it's my choice. I should be given a choice. I believe in pro-choice. If you would like to have the vaccine, sure, why not? But if you would like not to have the vaccine, sure, be respected. Whatever you decide, your choice. My religion, my choice.
I came out today to support my colleagues. You know, I was involved in the Nurses Association. We always just to support each other. I'm not working now because I retired in 2016, had a stroke in 2017, but I'm here to support them in their endeavors. I'm fully vaccinated, but it was my choice. No one forced me to take it, so that's why I'm here. I mean, I'm not against the vaccination, but I believe everyone should have a choice as to what they want to do.